What's up, everybody? Welcome. Come sit on the couch with us. We are here at the Precious J Live Show with your girl, Precious J. And I got a special guest. Y'all know I like bringing special guests. I got my boy, Caleb, in the building. Caleb, what's up, my boy?
Hey, how you feeling?
Man, you are one of the most amazing men I know.
Thank you.
Y'all can't say no good men out here. Now, he taking. But this is an
you.
amazing being right here, man. I'm so grateful
that,
for you.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Look, I'm proud of you. Look,
Thank you.
I'm on your show, everything. I'm proud of you, Precious, for real.
Because of him. I'm in his spot. And you feel me?
It's not about that at all.
Yeah. So on the Precious J Live Show, man, we really get into the nitty gritty of what it takes to overcome creative clutter, to truly get out of your head, push forward for singers, songwriters, and musicians.
That's good.
And I think one of the hardest things for us to do is stay consistent.
Right.
And so today, I want to talk about remaining consistent through challenges, right?
Yeah.
And now we in our 20s.
Yeah.
And I don't know about y'all, but adulting is ghetto for me.
It's real.
I mean, you talking about you got dreams, you got
real.
bills, some of us got 9 to 5, some of us just trying to figure out our creative lives and just thriving off of that. But you have always found ways to pivot, man. And I really want to tap into like that creative genius in you of being a like creative at nature, but still having a business, being able to, do it with your woman. Like tell us about how you are able to show up consistently.
That's a good question. Growing up, I spent so much time with my grandmother, right? And she's like the boss lady type. Sid, she knows about Fluncy May. That's my girl. And, growing up, seeing her manage property, I think her father, who was my great-grandfather, he had like 25 plus acres of land, that they still own till this day in Georgia. So, seeing her have that entrepreneurial spirit, I guess. And then my uncle as well, her son, my mom's brother, he's had his own HVAC business for like 20 plus years now, 25 plus. And it's one of the top in the Southeast region. So, seeing him being able to work for himself and, create jobs or for the summertime where I would see my older brother, if you want extra cash, you talk to Uncle Mike or he'll buy you Beats headphones. He was my guy. He was my guy, bro. That's still my man, Uncle Mike. I love you, of course. But I guess just being around Black excellence at such a young age and going to church and being around my father, who was a minister and a pastor and being around influential Black people at our church. Courtney Sills, man, shout out to Courtney, Killer Mike's manager. I grew up around him. His mother used to babysit me and my brother. So being around a guy who was 112's manager and Killer Mike's manager, and you seeing famous people at church or just around Black wealth at such a young age, I guess for me, I already knew starting out young that like I knew that I was smart, but I knew in that same breath, like working for somebody is cool, but I knew that I was way more than that. And then also seeing other people who could do it, I knew that like I could do that too. But creative challenges happen though. And I think that pivoting is so important. So in life, what you're doing right now, that's pivoting of saying, hey, it's time for me to be back on my platform doing my thing. And I think if we just mix business with being creative and not thinking that it's this separate thing, because if you try to go in life for creativity of thinking I'm such an artist, but I don't have to think with a business mind, you'll get played. And then not only that, why create if you can't provide for yourself, or why create if you can't provide for others? Because I think that's the ultimate creation, is creating other opportunities, creating avenues that people can then utilize, and not just creating things for yourself. So
it's amazing, like the alignment, bro. This is my big bro.
Nah, for sure. I love Precious.
Literally, I grew up like around celebrities. Like my parents are like industry.
Yep.
And so even to hear you and like the legendariness, my word, the legendariness
creating words
that came out of, your family, it takes a lot of courage to step out, have your own, be consistent and have your own. And so like, even for you, how did you determine that you were going to be in your own lane and not compare yourself to what everybody else was doing, but truly step out as Caleb?
I would probably say that started probably like in college.
Okay.
You know, during the time, like my freshman year of school, I was playing football on scholarship. I got hurt, but you know, during that time, I was always in media. Whether that was in grade school, I was always doing the school newspaper, morning announcements, or sitting down interviewing people.
Yep.
And then in college, like I already knew, like media, that was my major, journalism. So I already knew that that was plan B. But I guess like having time of being injured and just sitting still, where it's not football practice anymore and it's not you the man anymore, doing this, doing that, I realized, hey, your body can only take so much, right? So even if I do go pro, okay, that's amazing, but I mean, how long is a pro career gonna last? And then there's so many young black men who make it to the league or make it as a musician, anything, and that shelf life can be 3-5 years, and then you're all the way back to square one, opposed to building that foundation at that younger age. And then I can keep doing this. Like I can sit down and talk to people until I'm dead, honestly. So then, like from sitting down, having those conversations with Sid as well, I knew, okay, it's time for that. And then I would say going throughout school, being active at Georgia State and doing all the media stuff and then getting paid for it in school for the media jobs and all that, I realized, okay, you can leverage what you're good at and then get paid for that as well. But then after school, I didn't really see too many platforms where you could have real black conversations. And yes, you know, being able to work somewhere, or whether it's a Fox 5, wherever, CNN, that's cool and all. But I know if we actually talk real, I'll get canceled, or I can't have those type of conversations. So I knew then, okay, I really have to create something for myself and for other young black people. And shout out to my man H. Live Hip Hop Daily is, I think, the first black-owned podcast studio in Atlanta, I would say. And I interned at Live Hip Hop Daily. I would probably say it was my junior year of college at Georgia State. So I would be downtown with my guy H every single day, and he showed me how to run a business, how to run a studio, a podcast studio, how to take care of people, how to set a vibe, how to have the music playing. H, sometimes he would send me on missions to go pick up liquor late at night. I'll be in the middle of the hood just like trying to find liquor. Or he would have, man, the weed man, he'll be there at the spot. So then like he just showed me how to set a vibe of just making every space feel like home. So seeing that, I realized, okay, H, I want to do that too. So then from there, birthed this. But being around that at that age showed me, okay, I would rather create a space where creatives can feel safe. And your previous guest, you know, hearing her say, this is a safe space, I can feel that. That's not only us, but that's also you. So seeing people like yourself, dope young creatives, creating a safe space, that's what it's for.
Yeah. So, like, you talked about how you were even in the sports world, and that's physical. That's, you know, working out. But that's also mind.
It is.
Right?
It is.
And I think a lot of us try to push to success so quick that we skip the step of truly investing and shaping and daily retraining our mind to know that we can truly heal thyself and overcome any and everything that is up against us if we start here.
That's right.
So you being a business owner, you having your own space in Atlanta, you being consistent in 3 Milli Productions for how many years?
Man, we started 3 Milli Productions 2021.
2021?
Yeah, 2020, 2021.
Listen, that's amazing. How have you practice being in a healthy mental space?
That's good. Man, I would say time with God, time with myself, time with Sid. You know, I've learned, and I'm still trying to perfect this craft, but Chief Sekou, man, shout out to you. Me and him, we were talking honestly last week, and he told me, he said, Caleb, every single morning, and he said, I had to learn this process as well, is to pause, is to thank God for another day, pray to the ancestors as well, and say, guide me. And I think that so often we start off our days of trying to attack, boom, 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 instead of just saying, hey, I'm going to pause in this moment. And I think of us trying to constantly have all these different type of wins, instead just focus on one win at a time.
Yeah.
And Reese, it's this guy, Reese International, black businessman, owner as well. He owns the Madam C.J. Walker Museum, Auburn Avenue. We're going to have him on our dock, Word Studios. But he was telling me, though, Caleb, we don't do stress over here. I was like, I love that. And he was just laid back. He was chilling. Like me and Sid, Aaron, we over here getting all the cameras and the mic set up and da-da-da-da-da. He was like, Caleb, we don't do stress over here. He said, you ain't got to worry about the time. We good, man. He just sat back chilling.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, for him to be like an OG and saying we don't do stress over here. And now me and Sid, like in this space, that's all that we tell people now. I was like, Reese, I'm going to take that saying from you. We don't do stress over here because at the end of the day, everything that is supposed to be taken care of, it will be taken care of. And then on top of that, you have to know and trust in yourself that I'm so good at what I do, I'm going to get it done anyways. Yeah. And I'm not saying be lazy. I'm not saying be lackadaisical. Of course not. But trust yourself and know everything that I'm stressing about, it won't even be a factor in my life a month from now, 2 months from now, 6 months from now, even tomorrow. So know that you have all the capabilities, you have all the skill sets, everything that you need to execute on your vision. And it will happen because all that you have to do, Precious, and you know, everybody that's tapped in, is to pray. And then after that, put in the work. If you're putting in the work, it's gonna happen. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's wild to me how I hear stories sometimes, and not only can I relate to it, but I'm literally in my head singing like lyrics that affirmed me in places where I felt my lowest.
Come on.
Right? And so that's why I'm so proactive in pushing creatives to release their music, to, you know, get out there and collaborate, because we're all dealing with something. We just have to find a way to channel and, you know, fuel and speak the life that we desire. Yeah. And so if you could truly go back to one challenge and speak to yourself through that challenge, like, what would you say?
Man, this challenge, it was, I think around 3 years ago now at this point. And we were in business with Sid's dad. And we were at Blend on Kirkwood. It was a startup, of course. That's where 3 Milli had like his first home somewhat. And we were building that up. And me and Sid invested everything. We were building it up. We were killing it. And then to have someone do you wrong. Yeah. And then to realize and take that risk on yourself and say, hey, I'm going to leave this because I'm going to let you have this, knowing that
no stress,
knowing that we started this whole thing up, knowing that we invested everything into this project, knowing that we got this thing popping. We had to trust God and say, hey, I'm going to leave this space to you. You can have it. You can keep it. And I would rather start from scratch and do our own thing. And yes, it was a process. Yes, it was trial and error. Yes, we had to go different places. And our previous space, which we loved, got sold. So things is like sometimes you just have to keep pivoting. And what you have to understand is, and what I would tell myself is, everything is going to work out for you because you already got that anointing on you. Like, God is not going to have you fail. Yeah. You were too blessed to fail. And King David, you know, I always tell people this story. He had to spend time in the wilderness. He had to act crazy just to protect his life. Yeah. And he had to go through all of these things before he took the throne. People, you know, they think about him slaying Goliath, but what people don't understand, he didn't take that throne until years later. Wow. He was almost, I think, 30. Yeah. So you're talking from 18, 20, all the way up to 30. In between those 10 years, people being jealous of you. The king of Israel at the time, Saul, being so jealous of him that he wanted to kill him. So he was on the run for his life. He had to go through all these different challenges and all these ebbs and flows before taking that crown, before taking that throne. However, all of those things built him up. So then when he did take that throne, he was ready. So all of these tests, all of these challenges, you have to be battle tested. Yeah. Because if you aren't, once you do take that throne, you would not be ready. So you would rather earn something, so then you would know how to handle every type of situation because you've already been there, opposed to getting something overnight. Yeah. Because then that's not sustainable. So go through all the challenges now, because understand all it is just a lesson, and all that you're doing is just getting stronger. So then when it is time, you won't have any doubt, not 1 ounce of knowing I'm ready. I'm ready.
Man, that was jam packed. Yeah. That was jam packed. Yeah. What I'm taking and running with is stay true to the game.
That's it.
Embrace the challenges and push through in faith, right? So, listen, we giving y'all snippets because we want y'all to keep coming back.
Come on now.
And this Precious J Live show and 3 Milli Productions is just starting. Yes. So y'all tap in, follow, like, and share the Precious J Live show. I am your girl, Precious J. Bring you all the precious points. And you are?
Caleb Smith, man. And y'all, before we rap, we bounce, all that good stuff, man. Tap in with Precious. She is amazing. Precious, I'm telling you, this is just the beginning. Stay on your path. Stay consistent. Keep believing in yourself, because I'm telling you, the best is yet to come, for real.
I appreciate that.
For sure.
Well, y'all already know what it is. We're going to keep connecting. We're going to keep healing and collaborating to tell even the little individuals within ourselves that we can, we will, and we deserve every dream, every desire that we have. So we're going to keep giving you these precious points, Speak Life Champs, and we look forward to seeing you on the next show. Y'all got this. Let's get it.
Yes, ma'am.
See y'all soon.
Yes, ma'am.